Antarctica is the most mysterious continent on our planet. And the area is so vast, and the climatic conditions are so harsh that it's a place is still poorly understood and hides so many mysteries that for 200 years, scientists, travelers have been exploring the mysterious Antarctica, and in that time they've learned a lot about the mysterious continent in this Incredible Secrets Antarctica. By the way, if you are not yet subscribed to our channel, be sure to click on the red subscribe button and the bell next to it to not miss our new videos. Number 1. Ancient fossils. Since the 1980s, scientists have discovered a bunch of dinosaur fossils in Antarctica. Most of them are more than 71 million years old. These fossils belong to prehistoric birds and sea creatures, including plesiosaurs and mosasaurs. This means that dinosaurs lived on this continent 200 to 70 million years ago. Scientists say that this is very likely because in those days the temperature was much higher than it is now. On top of that, Antarctica was located in a different place in that period of time in the southwestern part of the Pacific Ocean. 2. Unknown creature. At a depth of 335 meters, American archaeologists made a truly interesting discovery. They came across an unknown creature, which was not like any living creature known to humans. This creature reached a length of 20 centimeters, its body was covered with protruding bones, and its jaw extended forward. This body structure amazed scientists immensely. Today they are trying to establish the origin of this creature, what it fed on, and categorize it. In 1914, the Imperial Transantarctic Expedition began the second expedition under the command of Sir Ernest Shackleton, whose goal was to cross the entire Antarctic continent. It failed to achieve its goal, but in the annals of history this expedition became an example of professionalism and endurance of polar explorers who managed to survive in extreme conditions. The expedition is considered to be the last great voyage of the golden age of polar exploration, using 19th century technology when the resource-limited team was completely cut off from the outside world. Further Antarctic expeditions utilized radically different technologies and means of communication. The expedition included 2 teams on the ships Endurance and Aurora. Shackleton's group on the Endurance was to approach the coast of the Weddell Sea, winter in Faisal Bay, and in the next Antarctic summer head for the South Pole. The second detachment, based on Ross Island in McMurdo Strait, was to lay stores for the successful return of Shackleton's detachment, of Shackleton's party. Number 3. Pyramid. Recently on the internet there was information that in Antarctica were found pyramids similar to those that can be seen in Egypt. But it soon became clear that these reports are not true. Apparently, pyramidal formations at the South Pole are associated with the Vinson Mountain Range, which is affected by strong winds that reach speeds of up to 300 kilometers per hour. These air currents shape the rocks and create the illusion of a pyramidal shape. Number 4. 100-year-old whiskey. Number 4. Bloody Falls. At first glance, it may appear that Taylor Glacier is bleeding. Take a look at it. A frightening blood-red liquid runs out of the ice and into the sea. But it's not really blood. The fact is that this unusual waterfall contains so much iron oxide that it causes the water to take on a red hue. Simply, the waterfall originates in a couple of kilometers away ice-covered lake, where the salt content is 4 times higher than in the sea. That is why both the lake and the waterfall freeze only at temperatures below -10 degrees Celsius. Number 5. Ancient meteorite. In the vast snowy expanse of Antarctica, meteorites immediately catch the eye. Perhaps that is why 90% of all meteorites found in the world are found here. Another reason why meteorites are most often found in Antarctica is that the ice preserves the fragments of these celestial bodies well and protects them from corrosion. Over the past 50 years, people have found more than 10,000 meteorites on this continent. Some of them were more than 700,000 years old, and one meteorite the size of a potato, which fell to Earth in 2002, and was discovered in 2015, generally came from Mars. Scientists have even found that this extraterrestrial pebble contains the fossilized remains of Martian microbes. Number 6. Fossils of dinosaurs and other ancient creatures. A little more than half a century for science, and it was then that Antarctica began to be permanently studied, is not even a childhood, but infancy. Recently, for example, it was found out that in ancient Antarctica, which was a tropical continent, lived one of the heaviest dinosaurs, weighing 15 tons, Elasmosaurus. Paleontologists discovered this marine long-necked creature on Antarctic Seymour Island back in 1989, but were only able to finish excavations in 2017. Elasmosaurus was dubbed the Loch Ness Monster of Antarctica. The mainland can tell a lot not only about Antarctica, but also about the Earth. Here is the oldest ice in the world, millions of years old. Scientists say that it is more valuable than gold and call it a time machine. And this ice can also sing. People do not hear sounds with a frequency of 5 Hz, but special sensors catch it. This singing causes wind movement on the ice, U.S. researchers reported last fall. The song changes slightly as the ice melts. It sounds like someone playing a flute, said Colorado State University geophysicist Julian Chaput. Number 7 Giant Hole. A hole the size of Ireland opened up in Antarctica in 2017. Known as a polynya, the hole is nothing new except that at 78,000 square kilometers, it is the largest hole observed since the 1970s and the first to be discovered in 40 years. Found in the Southern Ocean's Weddell Sea, the polynya was formed by warmer and saltier water found in deeper parts of the sea. The warmer water is lifted by ocean currents, melting the ice on the surface. When the water comes in contact with the colder surface water, it sinks again, but then warms up again and is pushed back to the surface. Scientists aren't exactly sure why the billows were created, but believe it could be marine mammals using the holes to breathe. They are still working to understand the impact of these strange giant holes. Number 7 Mount Erebus. Despite the freezing conditions, Antarctica is home to a number of volcanoes. There are 4 volcanoes on Ross Island, although all are dormant except for Mount Erebus, whose volcanic activity has increased significantly over the past 30 years. Mount Erebus is an extreme natural wonder, with liquid magma and ancient lava lakes that have been simmering for about 1.3 million years. It is the southernmost active volcano in the world and the second highest volcano in Antarctica, reaching a height of 3,800 meters. Scientists cannot visit Mount Erebus often due to the remoteness and dangerous weather conditions, although a team of scientists managed to climb the volcano in 2013. They trekked through snow, rocks, and glaciers to the summit, where they discovered organisms living in the heat of the volcano. They also discovered a number of ice caves with thriving microorganisms in the soil, and these extreme creatures are believed to be some of the most unique in the world. Number 8 Southern Ocean. In 2000, the Southern Ocean was named the 5th ocean in the world. It is the 4th largest ocean in the world, surrounding the entire continent of Antarctica. It plays an important role in controlling global ocean circulation and is composed of the southern parts of the Pacific, Indian, and Atlantic Oceans. With a maximum depth of about 7,300 meters, it is almost twice the size of the United States. This mysterious ocean may hold the secret to absorbing carbon emissions. Scientists have found that the Southern Ocean has absorbed 15% of man-made carbon emissions. This is an incredible amount, although it won't last forever, and scientists are working quickly to uncover how the process works. Those who brave the ship to Antarctica will cruise the Southern Ocean, watching the pure power of the sea as you look out from the observation decks to see your first glimpse of the Antarctic Peninsula. Number 8 Aliens, Nazis, and the Lost City. Antarctica is a breeding ground for mystery, and it has had its fair share of conspiracy theories over the years. From elongated skulls and strange pyramids to alien spaceships, bizarre structures, and giant staircases, many people believe that extraterrestrial life once lived, or still lives, in Antarctica. Every year there are dozens of reports of UFO sightings, while Google Earth records some unusual activity that is said to be the work of extraterrestrials. This is a hot spot for alien hunters, so keep an eye out for any bizarre green lights in the sky. The mystery of Antarctica continues deep beneath its surface, where no one has ever gone before. The lost city of Atlantis is said to be hidden beneath kilometers of ice. The city would have flourished when Antarctica was a warm tropical region and would have been buried after the Ice Age froze the continent. It is quite possible that there was a civilization in Antarctica, but it has yet to be proven that this is the continent where the legendary lost city is located. There is also a theory that the Nazis used the underground Antarctica as a secret hideout, and some people believe that Hitler fled there after the war. Hitler did have a passion for the occult and was looking for something in Antarctica. The Nazi Germans built a station in Antarctica, but it was abandoned 70 years ago after the crew was poisoned with polar bear meat. Although the theory has been disproven, it doesn't stop speculation about what lies beneath Antarctica's mysterious surface. The Great White Continent is the most mysterious and inexplicable place on Earth, and despite the dedicated efforts of scientists around the world, we may never know all of its secrets. Number 10 McMurdo Dry Valleys. The thought of a desert usually conjures up images of hot sandy plains, but Antarctica is the largest desert in the world. It's incredibly dry and windy, with only 50 millimeters of rainfall a year, while 99% of the continent is covered in ice. In the other 1%, you'll find the McMurdo Dry Valleys, where massive sand dunes reach 70 meters high and 200 meters wide. While you can't go down these dunes on sand boats, they are an incredibly important place for explorers. The climate of the dry valleys is similar to that of Mars, and scientists believe that this region may hold the secrets of life on other planets. However, the dunes are moving at an alarming rate, migrating an average of 1.5 meters per year. Scientists believe this is caused by climate change. As the atmosphere warms, the ice melts and the dunes slip away. They are now working quickly to unlock the mysteries of the dunes before they disappear forever. Subscribe and put a like. Don't miss new videos.